Okay, so now that you have your Gmail account, there's a couple more things that you have to do before you're ready to set up your website. And that's going to be purchasing your domain name and also purchasing a host name. So the first part of this doesn't matter to me which way you do this, but we are going to do it right now for the sake of time, is to do it with the domain name first. There's a bunch of different places where you can go to get a domain name, but I'm sure you've heard of them like GoDaddy and DreamHost and Name.com and so many others. The one I happen to use is Namecheap.com. So you can see I've already typed that into the search bar there. I'll type it in again, Namecheap.com. And then I'm going to go down here and click on this link. And it's going to bring me to the sign up page and information. So we're going to click on sign up, and you're going to type in a username and a password. Again, make sure that this is something that nobody's going to be able to guess on you, because if they get in here and start buying a bunch of domain names, that would be very bad for you, wouldn't it? Now, I'm going to deselect this, and I'm going to click on this. Only I already have one, but so I'm not actually going to finish this step. But once you do, another screen will pop up, which I'll show you in a moment. But I did get an account. Just give me a minute, and I'll pull that back up. Okay, so this is my members page, just like you have up in front of you. And the first thing we're going to need to do is buy a domain. And we're going to do that by clicking on the domains. Now, from the research that you've done before, you have the idea of what people are searching for in your town for your business. So if it was a pizza restaurant or if it was a chiropractor, you know that you would put in best pizza in whatever your town is, or best chiropractor in whatever your town is. But for right now, I'm going to do what I am, which is local SEO company. And I'm going to just use very broad New Jersey, because mine is such a field where people are really competing for it, and I'm pretty sure all my other options are taken. So what I'm going to do is type that in all together, one word pretty much. It already knows that you're going to be looking for a .com, and you're going to hit search. And you can see that that is available. So what we're going to do is click Add to Cart. And I'm just going to go back for a second and show you also that over here, if yours was not available, it will give you some other options. But what I would do, as well as premium options, which you really have to be very careful with, because look at the prices on those, and I'm sure nobody wants to pay for that kind of a domain. But before you purchase one of these, always do your research. So go back to the Google keyword tool, take a look and see if that's what people are looking for at all. But right now this seems very suitable to me, so I'm going to add it to my cart, which I think we already did. So I'm going to click on shopping cart, and it's there. So it's only $10.69. However, I'm going to go back to Google, and I want to get a coupon. So I'm going to click on that first listing and see if I can find a coupon. So I'm thinking this one looks good because we're getting a domain name, so we're going to right click on that after we select it and click on copy. Go back to our shopping cart. Then we're going to enter in our coupon code by just pasting, clicking and pasting, and click apply. So that brought it down from $10.69 to $9.61, and who doesn't like saving money? So the only thing I can tell you is normally I get a website for more than 1 year, basically because Google will look at the long term of your website, because that information gets stored, and they tend to give more weight to a website that has longer terms on it. But for what we're doing right now, it's fine, because what I'm going to show you is how to renew the domain afterwards so that you can take advantage of the coupon that's out there. The Who Is Guard. Basically, what this does is prevents information from being shown over the web about who you are and your billing address and things like that. You don't want that seen by other people because it's nobody's business, really. Plus, there's so much internet fraud, you really don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do, we're just going to accept that because it's at 1 year. And again, if you purchase, renew the domain, you're going to find out that you're going to get an offer for that again. It's going to cost about $2 to $3, but it's worth it in the long run if you're going to be doing that. Then this is for the Positive SSL, is basically a certificate that says that you're a safe website. Now, unless you're going to be doing e-commerce or selling your own products online, I don't recommend buying this because it just seems like a little excessive in cost, and we don't want more cost incurred with this. That's why you're doing this class, to save money. So we're not going to be getting any of this, and as well as all of this stuff. So we're going to click on Checkout. And you're going to just make sure that all of your information is correct. I see that my first name, last name is all correct. My email address is correct. My phone number is correct. Through all of these, because this is what gets listed online. Technical contact is going to be yourself. Billing contact is also going to be you. And we're going to hit Save and Continue. Now it's going to automatically default to automatic renew before expiration. It is recommended, and that's why they do it, but I'm going to say don't renew automatically because sometimes you find that maybe the keywords that you picked out are not the best keywords after a few weeks, and maybe you don't want it renewed for another year. So all that can be changed later. Once you find out whether or not it is, but who wants it to go through accidentally? So I always choose do not renew automatically. And we're definitely going to enable Who Is Guard. I think that's very important. And we're not going to renew that automatically either because we're not automatically renewing our website up here. Though I do want to put a little caution on this. I did have a friend who had a good website and I had built it for him, and he forgot to renew it that year because he wasn't sure that he was going to keep that location. As it turned out, he did, and he let it expire after after our contract had already ended. So I had to end up buying a different domain, transferring all the information, and he lost his rankings and things like that. So just do try to remember, if this is a good name, then you definitely want to renew it before the time is up. For right now, we're going to use our free name servers, but when we come back, we'll be using custom name servers. Basically what that does is tell anybody who's searching for your site where that information is stored, on what host it's stored on. So we'll come back to that afterward, and we're just going to hit just making sure all of this is correct, and after we read that it is, and we're going to hit Save and Continue, and then we come up to the payment information. So you can either pay with funds that you already have on account, which we didn't do that yet. You can pay by a credit card, or you can pay with PayPal. You can choose any way you want to. I'm assuming that you don't have PayPal, so we're going to hit Pay with a Credit Card, and we're going to put in our information. And we're going to hit Charge and Process. We registered local SEO company NewJersey.com, and you should have your own too, and I have a free Who Is Guard. So it was that simple to sign up for a domain name. And next thing we're going to do is figure out where we're going to build our website, and that's by getting a hosting account.